All right, hey guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC. We're going to take a look at the BTC dominance. We're going to talk about Ethereum Link and basically Atom on on the macro scale and all that good stuff, right? And what type of price action we could anticipate over the next like a few weeks and so on regarding the BTC potential descending triangle on a macro view. We've seen it before back in 2019 and we played it beautifully. Okay, back then the support was like a 9k and so on, right? So are we going to get a similar price action in terms of a descending triangle and all that good stuff? We will discuss it during the live stream, right? So let me make sure the sound is good, right, before we talk about all the good stuff, right? Thanks a lot, Crit. Thanks a lot for tuning in. So let me know if the sound is good, so I can get into the the analysis and all that good stuff, right? Right. So guys, make sure to hit the likes. And subscribe to the channel. If you're basically new to our content, make sure to hit the notification bell so you can get all the quick updates, right, and the live streams. Okay, bye boo in the house. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Okay, I guess the sound is good, right? So now let's dive into the analysis, right? Okay, thanks a lot, LSHOS in the house, right? So what you're seeing right now, it is a descending triangle. So if you're new to crypto, you might not recognize the descending triangle. We've seen it multiple times back in 2018, back in 2019, and now it is again, okay, another descending triangle. What I mean by 2019 and 2018, if we go back to this, back in let's go right here. Right there. Okay. So if you take a look at BTC back in 2019, right, what happened back in 2019 was that we did get a similar price action, okay, in terms of a descending triangle like that, right, before we broke out to the downside. And what we were talking about back then was like, when bits was at 10k, we said we're gonna drop down to like a 6k. We did drop down to 6k after we broke out right here, broke out to the downside, dump all the way down to like a 72, and give price action gave us another 40% pump before the retrace down to the low 6k, and we pump all the way up to 10.5. okay, after we pumped to 10.5, we were still saying like, guys, okay, the move right here was a flat correction and we're going to capitulate, and that's exactly what we did, right? So if we take a look at the price action right now, it means like we could potentially get something similar. I'm not saying we will, but if we basically retrace down here down to like a low 30k, high 28k range, most likely bulls going to show up, okay, even though price action could dump below the support area, but I wouldn't be too bearish. Once again, once we hit like a 30k, it is going to be a buying opportunity, right, for most of the bulls. Okay, they're going to be stepping in just about like a low 30k, because we can still get the move back up to like a 48-50k and basically create another flat correction, right, just like what we had right here. Okay, just like what we created right there. Okay, we dumped down, created double top, double bottom right here before capitulating, right? So if we take a look at the the price action right here, we got the move down to 30k. We did talk about a potential move all the way up to 48k and a retest of 30k. Once we retest 30k and get some bullish divergences on the daily and all that good stuff up to 3-day time frame, right, we could be anticipating another move, okay, another move potentially up to like a 48 again. All right, and after that we're going to take a look at what type of price action we could get in case of we get some sort of a rejection again right there. But in the short term, right, I would just be focusing on the downtrend all the way down to the support area, low 30K. And we did talk about it. Let's take a look at it on the higher time frame, right? And let's go back to the monthly time frame. If you take a look at the monthly time frame, right, we talk about the how important the monthly time frame going to be, right here. Okay, so even if you do not want to basically play the descending triangle, you still have to respect your monthly 2-on-1 EMA. We talk about it multiple times, right? What we've been saying is like at around the monthly 2-on-1 EMA, it is always going to be a buy. It is always going to be a buy at around the monthly 2-on-1 EMA. If you're playing the let's say if I'm playing the macro the macro targets, right, buying at the monthly 2-on-1 EMA, it is always going to be profitable. Okay, it is always going to be profitable, right? So the reason why I'm saying it is like if you buy a BTC back then, let's say you bought BTC back in 2018 right here, right, just about like a 6K, right, at the monthly 2-on-1. 3 years later, you're selling at 10x nearly. Okay, you're selling at 900% gain, almost 1000% gain, right? Right there back in 2019, right here when BTC was at 7K, yes, I was bearish. But let's say if I were just trading the macro view, right, I would be just buying right here and don't care about the dump. Okay, even though we were calling for a potential 50% dump, I would still be making like 700%, okay, of my money right here. Okay, so I'm expecting something similar, right? I'm not saying we cannot drop below the monthly 2-on-1, but what I'm saying is like over the next like 18 to a 24 month, we most likely not going to be staying below the monthly 2-on-1. We could be somewhere around like a 700%, right, to like a 10x above the monthly 2-on-1 EMA, right? We just don't know when, but I'm assuming like over the next like 18 to 24 hours or even 36 hours, 36 months, right, we could be much higher above the monthly 2-on-1 EMA, right? So let's go back and check it, basically double check it back in 2014 right here, right? If you bought some BTC just about like $400 at the monthly 2-on-1 EMA, yes, sucker dump all the way down to a 150, dump like a 63% below the monthly 2-on-1. But guess what, guys, you still made 30x your money. Okay, selling at 30K, okay, 30K, 20K, right? Yes, you could have been waiting and sell at 30K too, right, if you're patient enough and did not follow the short-term short-term volatility and all that good stuff. So I don't think it is a good time to be panicking as of now, right? Even though we got a bearish pattern, if you're trading, not financial advice, but if you're waiting for 100K BTC, 200K BTC, 300K BTC, I think, okay, we got a better chance of hitting like a 150 to a 200K than hitting like a 10K, 5K. Okay, our chance of hitting 150K is much greater than basically hitting like a 5K or even like a 9K and stuff like that, right? Some bears are still waiting for like a 10K. I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure if they're gonna get 10K. Okay, and if you've been following me, if you've been following Send Crypto long enough, right, you know, guys, I was one of the biggest bear. Okay, even though we made our call, we hit all our targets, right? However, once we hit like a 4K right here, I was being bearish again and was calling for what, 2.5. And you don't want to be making that mistakes. Okay, you don't want to be making those sort of mistakes, right? Calling like a making a nice call down and still being bearish at the bottom. So you don't want to do that, right? So it is a mistake, right? So avoid like being too bearish at support area. Okay. Hey, what's up, John E. Banks? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Mario in the house, thanks a lot for tuning in. So now let's take a look at BTC on the low degree. I like the BTC chart on the hourly basis. Last night I gave you guys an update regarding the bullishness of the market, right, on the low degree. Why it was bullish was why market was bullish was because of the bullish divergence right here we had. right there, okay, on the hourly basis. I like to call it the Zeus method, right, where price action going to create a bullish divergence and basically pull back up to the 1 hour 100 EMA. So if you've been following us long enough, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? 1 hour 100 EMA, it is going to be a resistance, right? So so keep an eye on BTC for a potential rejection, if and only if, you know, 39.5 going to be the bottom, right? If we pull back down to a you know, let's say low 40k, most likely bulls going to be showing up, and we're going to see if 39.5 going to be the bottom. But I don't think it is going to be the bottom, so let's just wait and see if we're going to be able to basically break below the 39.5, right? Now let's take a look at it in terms of Fibonacci, right? And why I was looking for 38.2, right, up to 41k. So we talked about it during our previous live stream. What we were saying was like right here, okay? We're going to be looking for what? 50% pullback, right? Next one going to be right around like a 0.618, okay? 0.618 going to be at, give or take, 38k, right? So 38k going to be the next support area, right, to keep an eye on. If we push higher and break out above the 1 hour 100 EMA, we still got the daily 211 EMA as a resistance, right? Almost at 45.5, okay, 45.5, 45.9 range, okay, on a daily basis, right? If we basically break out above the you know, above the 1 hour 100 EMA at 44k range, right? So something to basically keep in mind, right? So now let's take a look at BTC in terms of macro analysis, right? So in terms of macro analysis, what we're saying is like we can still retest, like let's say if we retest like a 20k, most people are going to be like, man, why are we breaking out again at the previous bull market high, right? We don't know yet, okay, if 65k is a top, okay? 65k could be just a temporary rejection, and we're going to be correcting just like the type of correction we get right here, and dump right back down and get our final bull market peak, okay? And we'll never retrace down to the previous bull market peak. The entire move right here, it is a bull market, so we cannot say yet, okay, the bull market is over. The correction we got right here, right, was part of the bull market, okay? The pump we got right here was part of the bull market. The pump we got right here is our wave 3. It is basically part of the bull market. The correction we're going to be making right here, it is going to be part of the bull market, and the wave 5 could basically complete the entire bull run, okay? Meaning like we're gonna get 1, right, 2, 3, let's say 4 right here, okay? Because we don't know if we're gonna break 30k or not, right? And then we're gonna be looking for wave 5 to the upside, okay? So wave 5 going to be somewhere crazy, 150, 140, or even like 300k. We don't know, okay? It could take like a few months, okay? We just don't know how long the correction gonna last. Remember, this correction right here lasted like what, like for 9 months, right? Started like July 2019, right, till basically March 2020, right? So over 9 months, right, almost. So what you know, what we could expect is like we could get another 8 to 9 month correction right here, right? Not from now, but let's say from April, right? We could be correcting till, you know, December or something like that, right? December, January, whatever, right? So before getting another wave to the upside. All right, so something to keep in mind, if you're new to crypto, right, and you just jumped in back in like, let's say January, right, from like a 30k, you're gonna be like, man, this guy only pumped like 100% and now it is just moving sideways, right, and all that good stuff. So you gotta be able to be patient and wait for the correction to be done, and you can basically anticipate the next big leg up. That leg up, guys, you got to be able to take profits. If we hit like 150, 140 and all that good stuff, could we pump all the way up to 300k? Yes, but it is going to be challenging, right, to get to 300k in this bull market, right? It is going to be very, very challenging, right? So but let's see, right, if we're going to be able to break out above 150k. And talking about 150k, what we said back in 2019, you can go back and check all my videos back in 2019. What we've been saying was like, if we're going to be expecting the same type of a bull run we had back in 2011, right, up to 2014, excuse me, right, we did get a 80% extension of the previous bull market, meaning like the bull market we had right here, let's say from $2 all the way up to 1100, right? The next bull market, right, we pump like 80% of this move. Okay, let's say this move is 1. Okay, this move going to be 80, right? Not 80 cents, right? So let's say the move right here is $1. This move right here going to pump like, let's say 80% of the previous move, which is like 80 cents, right? So if we're gonna expect the same move, we could say, hey, right here, even we could do this, right? That's going to be too bullish. Let's just do a swing low to swing high, down to swing low again. It is going to take us right around like 150k right here, 80% of the previous bull market. Okay, so something to keep in mind. That's why, I'm just going to be I'm not going to be too bullish above 150k if we ever get there. Okay, I'm not going to be too bullish. All right, we'll be basically taking profits, especially on alt, and going back into BTC and all that good stuff, right? So keep that in mind, right? So we got 34 watching. Hit the likes, guys. Hit the likes. All right, we got 16 likes. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum, what I'm anticipating on Ethereum is like we could get some lower prices. And why we could get some lower prices is that we got a double top. Okay, some bear is gonna be like, oh, we did not retest the absolute top up to like a 4,300, right? But I think like it is close enough, right? You cannot get like a you can get like some perfect divergences, right? Sometimes you just have to suck it up and understand what's going on, right? So I think like it is close enough to be called a divergence, especially if you take a look at it on a weekly basis, right? If you just use the weekly close, right, it is a divergence, right? Right there, weekly close. You don't care about the weeks, you just use the closing basis, right? We do have a divergence on a weekly basis right there. Okay, potentially. Okay, it is not even guaranteed yet, right? Because MACD is not yet negative, right? However, if we take a look at it on a 3D basis, right there, we already got a negative momentum on our MACD. Okay, so I think like it is safe enough right now to say like, hey, we got a negative momentum on our 3D basis, we got negative momentum on our 2-day basis. Even though we do not have a negative momentum on our weekly, we could just suck it up and try to go with the bears in the short term and anticipate a trend reversal over the next like a few days or even few weeks. All right, so I think it is safe enough. And the only way bulls going to basically convince me of a potential bull market continuation is like if we break out and get a weekly close above like a 4070. Remember we talked about 4070 last time, right? When price action was where at 33.50. We said if we break out about 33.50, next resistance going to be what? 4070. Did we hit it? No, we hit like a 403 something like that. Okay, pretty close. So if we get a weekly close above 4070, right, cleanly get a weekly close right here, even though we're not going to close above all-time high, right, it could basically change everything. It could change everything. So we can't be like 100% bearish or 100% confident like we're going to be dropping down lower. All right, so now we know exactly why we basically looking for lower prices. Now let's take a look at what type of a target we could look for, right? So now we got a pretty good argument, right? We could be dropping lower. Now what we're going to be looking for, 50% pullback right here. It is going to be just about like a 2350, give or take, right? Right there. If you do a swing low to swing high, right? 50% pullback going to be almost at actually 0.618. Okay, let's do this. Let's use the log scale. So if I use the log scale, 0.618 going to be just about like a 2350, right? And 0.786 going to be at 2150, all the way down to like a 1971. 1971, it is going to be somewhere around like a 0.888 Fibonacci, right? So these are the two levels, right? You want to be keeping an eye on over the next like a few weeks and so on, right? I don't think it is going to be a straight shot all the way down to like a 1971 and all that good stuff. We can still get some noise and all that good stuff, right? So we will discuss it if we get some sort of noise regarding a potential pump and all that good stuff, right? So the noise I'm talking about, it is going to be the 3D21 right here. As you can see, when we were dumping right here, what I was saying was like our 3D21 going to be support right here, going to be acting as support right there, right? And we broke out below it. Even though we got our 50 as support right here, the 3D21 going to be what? Going to be our resistance right now. And I updated you guys, like if you are in my public Telegram group, I send you guys an update regarding Ethereum, short-term target and short-term resistance and all that good stuff, right? So basically keep that in mind, right? So short-term resistance, we at short-term resistance right now, okay? 31 to 3150, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at Ether on an hourly basis. So on an hourly basis, just like BTC, right? Most of the alt last night, as I said, right, that over the next like 16 to 24 hours, alt going to be bullish, right? So if you are in our public Telegram group, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Beautiful bullish divergence right here. So if you're short-term trading, you got a nice reversal right here. Yes, you're not going to catch the bottom, but after we break out above the 21 EMA, you got your nice 6%, 7% move, right? So beautiful divergence, beautiful lower lows, MACD basically staying flat. If you take a look at the RSI right here, higher lows right there, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, lower lows, lower lows. Okay, so breakout to the upside. So let's keep that in mind, right? Bulls most likely, okay, they're going to be looking for some sort of Fibonacci on the upside, even though I'm only looking for the 1 hour 100 EMA, but bulls most of the time they're going to be looking for what? Some Fibonacci's, right? So 50% pullback, it is right around the 1 hour 100 EMA, which is basically a good confluence, right? 0.618 going to be at 3250. So even if we break out right up to 3250, you got to understand, like, we got 0.618 Fibonacci right there, okay? And 50% pullback, it is right around like a 3125, okay? So something to basically keep in mind if you're trading the not financial advice, right? Do your own research if you are trading the short-term analysis and all that good stuff, right? So let me take a look at the chat room before we go ahead and before we talk about the link and all that good stuff. Market Siphon in the house, all that good stuff. Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. Market Siphon. I don't have a market cipher. I will add it. I don't have a market cipher, so hey, what's up, Jude Moonboy XRP 589 in the house? Thanks a lot for tuning in, Jude. Mr. XRP 589. Mellow Yellow in the house 101. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Want to take a look at Ice Solana. Yeah, I'm going to talk about the link next, and after that we're going to talk about Atom, right? Guys, overall, right, on the macro view, I'm still bullish, and I think like we still got, a big move coming up, right? Once again, I just don't know when we're going to get it, right? But I'm still bullish on alt, and most of these alt alt BTC pairs, right, they still are support, right? They're not breaking out below their yearly low, right? So something to basically keep in mind. So I think like it is a good idea, do your own research to basically buy the dips and not be panicking till we get a reversal like what happened back in July. BTC breaking out above like a 32, 33. You're not even going to believe it, because you're going to be like, man, we've been dumping for so long. I don't even believe like we're going to be going back up to 50K, right? Those type of stuff. So I think like bulls got to be ready to be buying the dips, you know, mid 30K, low 30K, and be waiting for the, you know, next upside breakout. If we break down, of course, we got our weekly 200 MA. Yes, it is going to be nasty whenever we break out below the 201 MA. On the monthly, we tend to break out like 50%. However, guys, you know, we got wave 5 coming up within the next like a few months. All these prices going to be pretty tiny in the next like a few months, right? Just like 5K is so small right now, it is 90% nearly, right? 4K, 5K, how small it is right now, right? 40K, 30K going to be really, really small in the next like a few months, right? So let's just suck it up and be a bull and buy the dip, and in the short term just short these suckers. That's it, right? Miss Emery in the house want to talk about XRP. Yes, I think the bull market could extend into the till basically 2022 or even 2023. Okay, it could extend all the way up to like a till 2022, right, or even 2023. Because one thing I haven't basically talked about recently is like, it seems like the Bitcoin bull market, right, is shifting. Okay, in terms of timing, if you basically notice, where even though we bottomed right there back in like a December 2018, we started the breakout like back in April 2019. Okay, what happened right here, March 2019 also, right? We started the break March 2020, excuse me, right? We broke out to the downside and started the bull market right here, right? So could we basically capitulate sometime in March 2022, right, and start a new bull market for the rest of the year, like all the way up to like 150 or even 300K and all that good stuff, and basically just tap out like in let's say December 2022. That's also possible. Okay, it is very possible to capitulate all the way down to the basically let's take a look at it right here, weekly 200 MA. I know the bear is gonna like that, right? But let's see where this sucker is. Okay, this sucker right here. Okay. $200 MA on the weekly. So the weekly 200 MA right now, it is at 1600. Okay, 1600, right? So give or take right there. Okay, if for whatever reason, right, we capitulate down below 30K, which is roughly around like the monthly 21, as we just said, the worst case scenario is like to drop like 45% to a 50%, right? Just like what happened right here, right? After we broke out from the monthly 21 EMA, we dropped down like nearly 50%. Okay, right there also, right? The monthly 21 was right here, right there, give or take, and similarly right there. Okay, monthly 21 was right there. Okay, right here, as you can see, right, drop down like nearly 60%. Right here we capitulated down like right here, okay, 50%, right? And right here we also capitulated down nearly 50%. So if that's the case, yes, bear is going to be happy about buying right around like a 50% dump right here. Right there. Okay, that's very possible, right? That's possible. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the link. So link, what we were saying last time was like the 19 to a 20 range going to be our next support. Right, it dumped all the way down to like a 20.8 and got bought up quickly, and now it is bouncing back up, right? But it is a daily bounce. Okay, it is not a weekly bounce, right? So it might not mean a lot in based on the weekly. Okay, next support right here, it is going to be just about like a 16-17 range. If we get a nice support right here, that's going to be nice for link, because we could be making a Solana move all the way up to like above $50 and so on. If we get support at $16-17 or even like $13, right? We just don't want to break out below $13, because guys, my next support after that going to be almost eight and a half to $9. Okay, so bulls gotta show up all the way down to like a $13 mid range. I would say $16. Okay, if we drop down to 13, it could just be to retest the lows right there and just bounce back up, right? If we break it, we could get another chance to reaccumulate lower. Okay, remember link yearly low is like $8. Okay, right here back in December 23rd, we dropped all the way down to like a 8.05. so retesting the yearly low is going to be incredible. I know in the short term it is going to be painful to see link dropping down to like $8, but if you're accumulating, you're gonna be like, okay, I'm loving it. Okay, I'm loving it to buy some link at $8 or like under 5 billion market cap, right? When I know link could be pumping all the way up to like a 60 or even 80 billion market cap, right? So something to basically keep in mind, right? But in the short term, it is still under accumulation. We definitely going to be could be retesting the low 19, and if we break it, we got $16, right, as support, right? And we don't worry about like below $16, because it is not going to be a good accumulation range till we hit like a $8.5 to a $9 range, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at Atom. So Atom, as we said in my premium, it is a premium setup. We talked about it when Atom was like just about like a 45,000 sats, and we signed like we could be pumping all the way up to like 190,000 sats, right? So as of now, we almost at 90,000 sats. So we got a long way to go. So BTC is actually bearish, Atom is bullish. I know it is hard to understand. So if we basically pull back down to our weekly 21 right now, it is almost at 50,000 sats. Okay, if we wick down and retest like the 50,000 to a 60,000 sats, it is going to be a second chance for the bulls to reaccumulate right here. Okay, the worst case scenario is like to retest the trend line right here, just like Tezos, before basically hitting our upside target right here. Okay, dumping back down below the trend line could be bearish in the short term for a potential dump all the way down to like a 30,000. So but as of now, we're looking good above the 63,000 sats range. Okay, so it is still a good hold all the way up to at least 105 to 120,000 sats right here. Okay, that's going to be our horizontal resistance right there, March 2019, right? March 2019. As I said, most of these alt going to be reversing back to the March, April 2019, right? So Link is doing that. I mean, Atom is doing that exactly, right? Oh, the sound is gone, bro. Okay, the sound is back. The sound is back. The sound is back. XRP 589. XRP 589. Guys, can you hear? Okay. Let me know if you guys can hear. XRP 589. XRP 589. Okay, now it is back. All right, good. So I muted it and I forgot to basically I mean, I did hit it back, but this sucker, man, I don't know what's wrong with this sucker. So basically, let's just talk about Solana BTC again, right? So Solana, what I'm saying, like Solana BTC for the bulls, the bigger time frame support going to be the weekly 21. Not like it can go up or can go down. But what I'm saying is, like, on the higher time frame, right? If we dip down to the weekly 21, it is going to be a good level to be reaccumulating. Okay, if we break out below the weekly 21, then we're going to be looking for price support, right? But most likely the weekly 21 could give bears a tough time, right? Now let's go back to Atom BTC, because I think the sound was out for Atom BTC. So Atom BTC, what I was saying was, like, right here, Thanks a lot, Marcus Cypher. All right. So what I was saying for Atom BTC was like, it is a premium target, right? You know, we seen like a big accumulation range right here. Okay. Like started back in like a February, right here, accumulated for like a nearly 6 months, something like that. Now we're breaking out above resistance right there. Okay, our horizontal resistance going to be up to 100,000, right, give or take 105,000. And if we dump lower right here, we're still going to get a nice support all the way down to like a 60,000 sats, right? It could be a big dump, but it is likely to bounce back up, because the range right here, right, it is our March 2019 resistance right there. Okay, so as I said, most of these alt going to be retesting their March 2019 resistances, right? So keep that in mind, right? So now let's go ahead and hey, what's up, high fly, thanks a lot for tuning in, Mr. Shu. Okay. All right. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at Tezos. Okay, so Tezos basically dumped back down to a support area right here, right? So what we were saying was like our horizontal resistance right up to $8 going to give us a tough time. We knew it, right there. So we hit like a $8 and dump right back down to the weekly 21. So if you see me talking about the weekly 21, it is for a reason, right? So what I was saying, like, even if we dump down here, it is not going to be, an easy. It is not going to be easy for the bears to break out below like a 4.2. Breaking out below 4.2. Oh gosh, it is likely to be nasty all the way back down to the trend line support right here. So Tezos, it is still under accumulation, right? Mid range right here. Okay, 3.5 to 4.5. It is going to be, early accumulation range, and trend line support going to be somewhere around like a 2.5 to a $3 range. Okay, so now just need to break out above like a $10, and everything could be moonshot after that, right? Could be basically pretty easy to get some parabolic move above $10, right? Potentially get a big resistance at $15. So, but we will see once we break out above $11. I know BTC is bearish, but some of these alt, they're going to take some cheap shots against BTC, right? Get some BTC gains and USD gains while BTC is taking a break. Okay, so it is very possible. Okay, so if it follows BTC, yes, we could dump back down to our July support right here, to $2.5 to a $3, or just the trend line support. Let's just follow the trend line support, right? But I'm still bullish on Tezos. I think like any dips right now, it is going to be some buying opportunities for the bulls, right? Let's do ICX. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at ICX after. Let's take a look at XRP 589 first. So let's go ahead and take a look at XRP on the macro view. So XRP macro view target, it is still the same, right? On a macro scale, $13 to a $15 range. That's going to be my next XRP target. Everything under $2, it is just accumulation, guys. It is just accumulation. I think the hardest thing for XRP was like to a breakout above like a 58 to a 63. that was the hardest thing, okay, since like 2018. As you can see right here, after we picked back in like 2018 around like a 360, dumped down to the monthly 21 EMA, bounce off of it, right, dump back down to just about like a 23, pump back up to like a 63.75, and dump all the way down to 10 cents. Okay, and we called the dump right here. Okay, we said, guys, be ready to be buying some XRP at 11 cents, 13 cents, right? And that's exactly what happened. What we signed right now is like, just suck it up. Every dip right now on the macro view, it is some buying opportunities for the bulls. On the macro view, we're still above the monthly 21 EMA, right? As you can see right here, it is still above the monthly 21 EMA. Okay, and XRP BTC, it is below the monthly 21 EMA. Okay, so a big divergence, right, between XRP BTC and XRP USD, meaning like XRP BTC is looking to break out above the above the monthly 21, but XRP USD is already above the monthly 21. Okay, so it means like if XRP BTC decides to break out just like Atom, guys, it is going to be crazy. Okay, it is going to be a nice bump. Do your own research, right, regarding XRP, just in case you jumped in, right, and you're not ready to hold it long enough, right? So if we dump back down versus BTC, it is still going to be a good, good accumulation range right here again, somewhere around like 600 sats all the way up to 2000 sats, right? And the big resistance is going to be almost at 10,000 right there. 10,000. Okay. Mr. Everything gonna be all right. Thanks a lot for tuning in. He's saying, Sam, can you take a look at SC BTC? Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at ICX BTC before we talk about SC. ICX. So ICX looking very juicy. Okay, ICX is looking jewelish. Okay, right there on a monthly basis. I like the chart, man. It is a beautiful accumulation right here, just like ICP actually. Okay, but ICP is doing it on a low degree. Okay, like a daily 2-day time frame, right? ICP got a nice dump, pump, dump, right? It pumped right here, so it looks like it wants to do something like that before pumping to the upside, right? So ICX is doing it on a monthly basis. Okay, right? You got your dump right here, got your pump, your dump, your pump. Now you got your reaccumulation right here. We can still retest the 2000 range. Okay, on a monthly basis, I don't think it is a big deal to retest like a 2000 before going ballistic right here. Okay, March 2019 resistance going to be 10,000. Okay, 9,000 to 10,000, just like a XRP 9,000, 10,000, right? Right there. That's going to be our next resistance, right? So support on a monthly basis, right? It is going to be low 2000. If you're only trading it on the macro scale, right? So you don't care about like anything between like a 2000 up to like even 4000, right? Only buy at 2000 and lower, then 14,000 after that. Not 14,000, but 1400, right? But primary support going to be 2000, and primary resistance going to be all the way up to 10,000 on average. So it looks really good, man. Hey, what's up, Jordan Miller? Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. I skip yours. I don't know, man. What's up, Jordan? What is your coin? Oh, Dogecoin. Oh, let's take a look at Doge for a minute. For Jordan. And we're gonna take a look at here. Hey, Hey Jordan, you're getting free requests. Okay, so if I do not take a look at your coin, it is because I don't see it. You can see like I'm even my sound is going bad too, right? So you know, my mic is going bad. So if I don't see your coin, it's not like I'm skipping it. Okay, just stay tuned and relax. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at Dogecoin. Let's take a look at Doge on a macro scale this time. Okay, so Dogecoin. Okay, so I did a macro analysis on Dogecoin back in I think like March, right? Something like that, March, right? So what I was saying, like Dogecoin, it can still go up to $2 to a $3 range, right? Based on the previous bull market. So go ahead and check out my trading view, right? And you can basically search Dogecoin, right? And what I was saying was like, if we pull back down to like, you know, 23 cents to 13 cents, it is going to be a good accumulation range, right? For a potential bull market continuation right there. So the 50 EMA on the 50-day cycle going to be our biggest support. Right now it is almost at 8 cents for some reason, right? However, if we move sideways for the next like a few weeks, it is likely to pump up to like a 13 cents, right? Something like that, right? So just like what happened right here back in 2017, right? Our first pump, we dumped down to the 50 EMA on a 50-day cycle before pumping to the upside. So that's what I was expecting right here. So that's why I said if we dump lower, 13 cents to 23 cents, going to be accumulation for Dogecoin. So I don't think it is a good time to be selling right now, assuming like we're going to be in a bull market over the next like a few months. We could definitely, you know, be breaking out above 73 cents if we get a nice support at the weekly, not the weekly, but the 50 EMA on a 50-day cycle. As of now, it is playing out beautifully, right? So let's see. Okay, so the entire range right here on the macro view, it is still under accumulation, right? I wouldn't be panicking if we retest like a 10 cents, right? I wouldn't be panicking if you like Dogecoin, right? However, if we break out below the 50 EMA, right, on the 50-day cycle, we're going to be retesting the previous all-time high right here, all the way down, guys. So, but we will see, okay, once we retest it, if and only if. Market Cypher, thanks a lot for tuning in. All right, you got it, Mr. Jordan. Bob, F-A-R-T-E-R. Let's take a look at ontology for Bob. So ontology BTC, take a look at on a 3D basis. I think it is under accumulation. Okay, I'm bullish on ontology BTC, even though I know it moves very slow, but things always going to be moving slow, right, when they under accumulation. So what I was saying was like we under heavy accumulation right here, 2000 to a 3000. It is still there. Okay, it pumped all the way up to like a 5000, but it is right now retesting the 2000 range. So it is under accumulation right here, right? So next resistance almost at 8000, which is like right here, just about like August 2020 highs, right? It is at 8000. So ontology got like a massive upside, right? The reason why I'm saying it has a massive upside is like most of these alt already retested like the August 2020 highs, right? Ontology, it is right here, like it is almost like 78 to 79% down, okay, since like August 2020. So it is highly undervalued, right? we just don't know when we're gonna get the breakout, right? But I think it is still under, it is still highly undervalued, right? And if we go back to June 2019 right here, right, you're looking at like a 20,000 sats. Okay, so it is a nice 10x move right there, give or take. Okay, right there. Okay, so massive upside for Ontology. The bad news is like you just don't know when this sucker going to take care of business, right? Jenko in the house. Yeah, sucker is trying to fool us, man. It's trying to fool us, yeah. So we talk about Ontology. Okay, Sugar in the house. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Jordan Miller asked about Litecoin. Let's go ahead and take a look at Litecoin BTC. So Jay Miller. So Jay Miller, Litecoin. Take a look at it on the daily. Litecoin chart looks pretty messy. I liked it when it was right here. Remember, guys, we were bullish on Litecoin right there. Okay, right there, August, right? And we were bullish on Litecoin also late August. We got this pump right here. So it is just retesting the lows right there as of now versus BTC. If we drop lower, we got our, our yearly low just about like a 0.03, all right, BTC right there. Okay, 0.0033 range. And so it did wick all the way up to like it did pump all the way up to like a 0.044, right, which was our target right here versus BTC. So let's take a look at Litecoin USDT. So Litecoin USDT support right there. It is holding strong at 140 to a 145. It is bouncing back. It is bouncing back up, but I don't think it is a strong bounce. The volume is very, very low, guys. Very, very low. Okay, low volume right here. So I think like we still got a lot of work to do and wait for the bulls to give us another bullish pattern. As of now, I don't see any bullish pattern, right? So if we break out below 145, we got our support right here, 105 to 115, give or take. Okay, right there, we could get our support right there. And the move I'm anticipating is like the double top, double bottom, triple bottom right here, and basically go to the moon. That's what I'm anticipating. But let's see if we're gonna get some sort of confirmation once we hit this range right here. Could get another bull divergence right there and basically go to the moon, right? Kind of like what we had right here. Okay, so but as of now, I don't see a bullish pattern on the daily, right? It is moving down, so we will have to wait for the next like a few days or even a few weeks to get a good setup. It doesn't mean it cannot break out right now, okay? But I don't see one as of now, right? Wax BTC, okay. Hey guys, if you ask me any question and I don't see it, make sure to resend it so I can because let's take a look at VET BTC. So VET BTC, guys, it is back down to support. If you guys remember back in August, I think July, August, right? We were talking about like VET going back up to like a 300 sats. Bang, guys, 40% move, right? Beautiful, beautiful move. So we were bullish on VET USDT also, right? But it is under accumulation. I don't see anything like crazy for VET BTC right now, okay? It is just under accumulation. So you just have to be very patient. If you're not familiar with VET BTC, it is very boring until it is starting to break out. Like what happened right here. In our premium, we talk about like 60 sats, 50 sats, just accumulated. Don't worry about the sideways correction, okay? And right here, that's when I started back in January, right? I think like right there, I think like March, something like that, right? I started talking about like a VET going up to like a dollar or something like that. Back then, VET was like a $2, not $2, 2.5 cents, right? So it pumped all the way up, okay? Pump a nice 300% in BTC, okay? So it is just accumulating right now. If we break out below support, we know our macro support going to be right here. So keep some BTC. Do your research, right? Keep some BTC just in case we do retest the 100 sats range. It is going to be a steal again, okay? For some reason, guys, we do not miss any VET targets, macro targets. Right there, right? Back in 2019, we said buy it. When we got the fine China pump, right? The pump right here, right, was the China pump. And everyone was talking about like a VET going to $1 and all that good stuff. What I was saying was like, let it dump back down to support at 50 sats, down to a 33. We hit target beautifully, right? And we said, now let's take it to the moon right here, up to 240. Okay, right? We hit target exactly right there. What we said was like, get out now, okay? Get out. Now we're going to be going back down to a support again, 50 sats to a 70 sats range. Beautifully, okay? Beautiful. And right here, take a look at it, guys. A 6x move, 7x, okay? If it is going down, you just have to be patient with it, okay? Just have to be patient till we get the setup. But as of now, once again, it is a good level to be buying, and the next macro support going to be right here, almost at 100 sats. But a good level to be buying, okay? Just in case we do not break it, because the structure right here could be a triple top, triple bottom, bang, okay? Hey, what's up, Frank? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Mr. Reza in the house. Reza, which one you want me to take a look at? Wabi or Wax? COIT, yeah. Let's take a look at COIT, COIT. So COIT right here, it pumped back up to the targeted range, like a 48 cents to a 58 cents. 48, it is at 0.888 Fibonacci, so it is looking good again, okay? It is looking good again, just like Tesla's. So, but we gotta break out above 58 cents, okay? If we break out above 58 cents, we're gonna be targeting like a 133, okay? Downside support for the macro view going to be at 17 to 19 cents. So as of now, it is still looking good till we break out below, let's say 28 cents, right? So it is looking good right now, okay? We do not want to break out below 28 cents. Otherwise, we're going to be dropping all the way down here to 0.618, give or take. But the macro target, right? $1 to 130. Yeah, COIT BTC is basically struggling to a breakout above resistance right here. That's why. So watch COIT BTC, right? Very, very important, okay? Very, very important. Right here, that's when we entered in our premium right there, right? Almost at 200 sats. Sucker pump all the way up to 1000 sats, right? Kin coin. I haven't talked about Kin for a very, very long time. Hey, what's up, Imel? Thanks a lot for tuning in. I already talked about Atom. I think but I think the sound was bad for some reason. And but let me know if you want me to go back and talk about Atom. Let's go ahead and take a look at Kin. Let's go ahead and take a look at it on CoinPro, because it is going to give us a better history. Okay, Kin is almost, can take a look at Kin BTC. Okay, so now because Kin BTC is so cheap, right, you can basically look at it straightforward, right, straight up. You have to basically multiply by 10,000 to get a clean chart. Yeah, it is a support right now versus BTC. So it is under accumulation. Okay, so I would say like if it dumps back down anywhere around like a 50% pullback from current price versus BTC, it is going to be a good level to be reaccumulating, right? Let's take a look at Kin USD. Okay, looks nice. Okay, it looks nice. All right, so wait for the move. So I think like the move I just talked about, like versus BTC, we could get it. It means like Kin could be retesting the lows right here. Okay, and we could get another parabolic move after that. If not, you got support right here. Okay, almost at 3,000, almost at 4,000. Okay, right there. Okay, yeah, 4,800, right? But you got a lot of zeros, right? don't forget about the zeros. I'm just counting the last four decimals, right? So that's your primary support, secondary support, right there. And just wait for the next like a few months for the next like a parabolic move to all-time high. Okay, either from here or from here. Okay, just have to be very patient. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at WAX now. WAXP. So WAXP, I like WAXP, guys. As I said right here, 400 sats, 500 sats going to be primary support, right? And secondary support going to be almost at 200 sats. Upside target for the bulls going to be right here. June 2019, it is almost at 1800 sats. Okay, give or take, right? Which is our target, right? Which is where is our target? 1800 to 2000 sats, right? So we're looking good. Okay, it is not guaranteed, right? We're going to be retesting the 200 sats, but 400 sats, 500 sats range, it is a good level to reaccumulate for the bulls. Take a look at on a 3D basis, 3 weeks basis, not 3D. Okay, yeah, it looks good, man. The only thing I would worry, right, is like if we get a longer reaccumulation and then go ballistic, right? Because we already got the double top, double bottom right here. We got the double bottom, right? We got the double top. So either we can retest the 250, 300 sats, 400 sats, right, and go ballistic, right? Or we could get a deeper correction and go ballistic right there. But the move is coming. This move right here, guys, is coming. Okay, it's coming. Do your own research, right? It is my own setup, right? So it could take forever. Okay, it could take forever. I think it's CFX. Take a look at CFX, right, on the 3D right here. So the setup I just showed you, right, on WAX, that's what I'm anticipating right here, right there. That's the same setup we anticipated on WAX. WAX already got the double top, double bottom. Right now WAX is somewhere around here. So we just don't know if it is going to retrace lower and go ballistic. Okay, they all do the same thing. Okay, they all do the same thing. Tracy or TR in the house. Oh, you didn't hear about Atom? Okay, let's go back to Atom. Yeah, I think the sound was muted. That's why the bears muted my sound when I was talking about Atom. So you couldn't hear Atom, right? All the XRP bears. Okay, let's go back to Atom right here because I got it on the list, right, on the top coins to talk about today. So Atom BTC, I don't know when you started holding Atom, right? But if you're in our premium back then, when I was talking about Atom, right? I think like the first week of September, right? I updated Atom when it was like a 45,000 right here. I said it is time to pay attention to Atom, right? The accumulation range is probably done right here when it was like 45,000, 40,000, somewhere around there, right? We said we got a pretty good chance to be breaking out all the way up to 190,000. Okay, so it looks pretty good. Our next resistance is going to start at just about like 105,000 up to 120,000. Not HK. Okay, that's going to be our short-term resistance right there. Okay, if we get some sort of pullbacks, right, we're going to be anticipating a weekly retest or at least a 3D retest. The 3D 21 EMA going to be somewhere around like a 60,000, give or take, right? So it could be a big dump, right, after that. But it is Atom BTC now, so not Atom USD, because Atom BTC could dump, but Atom USD might not dump. Okay, just like Atom Atom USD dumped, right? But Atom BTC did not dump, right? So something to basically keep in mind. So it is Atom BTC, not Atom USD. T-Dog in the house, Tyler. 585. Okay, now let's go ahead and I think somebody requesting Bob. Let me write it down. Bob Wabi. I talk about wax, right? Wabi. Telecoin, Tel. QSP, guys, I'm very bullish on QSP. I don't talk about QSP much, but I'm just accumulating, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at QSP first. You guys know these type of setups, right, are my favorite setups, right? Right here. Okay, parabolic move to the upside, parabolic move to the downside, double bottom, right? We can still get a double top again and another retest. So it could be a very boring wait time, right, for QSP to pump. However, what I've been seeing recently is like after the double bottom, right, these suckers get very aggressive and just get the job done, and you just move on. Because if we pump, like, let's say we pump like 10x in 10 days or a week, we got a pretty good chance to be dumping again. Okay, you don't want to be holding it right here, even though you know it looks good. You don't want to be holding anything, all right, in this range, because it is likely to come back down 50% to 0.618 and try to retest it again. Okay, or even like a pull back all the way down again in 2022, 2023, and you're just going to reaccumulate again, right, and wait for your next 10x. Okay, these are macro targets, not like a daily targets, right? So you could wait for 6, 9, or even a year before you get the 10x, right? So just have to be very, very patient with these moves, right? So yeah, it looks good, man. It is my only concern with it is like delisting, but I don't think like Binance will delist it, right? Because I think QSP is pretty popular, right? Now, if you take a look at I think one BTC got audited by QSP, right? I think FTM too, I'm not sure. But I think one BTC got audited by QSP. If you take a look at one BTC, right here, same type of a bull trend right here. Okay, we entered right there, almost at like a 15 sats average, and we were anticipating the parabolic move. Okay, so I think QSP gonna get something similar. It is just a matter of time, right? So one BTC, it is back down to support, so could still go all the way up to 600 sats. Okay, primary buy almost at 25 30 sats. That was back in November, December time, right, guys? Okay, all right, so now let's go ahead and take a look at Bob. BABB. Yeah, I think Bob, I can take a look at Bob, man. The volume is too low. Yeah, the volume is too low, man, on versus BTC. Yeah, we hit 50% pullback. As of now, it looks like a three-way move. A three-way move like that, right? So we could anticipate a potential continuation all the way up to 0.618 if we get good support right here. Okay. However, if we lose the support range, okay, the sound is back. If we lose the current support range, we could be falling down to a 0.618, going to be 00, 000, almost 46, and 0.786 going to be 000, 37. Okay, next support right here. Okay. Don't forget Baby George. I don't know what's Baby George coin, man. Baby George. Come on, man. I see Baby Girl. Baby Girl Elon. No, Baby Girl Elon. Okay, Baby Girl Elon. I don't see Baby George, man. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at TEL. Okay, so TEL, it is. Oh, I like TEL, man. I like TEL now. It's starting to look good. Okay, so we're getting a double bottom right here, right? And coupled with what? A potential bull divergence, right? On a 3D basis, right? It is starting to look good. So let's see, guys. If we flip bullish right here, right there, hopefully you guys can see it, right? If we flip bullish, right, and get the breakout above the 3D 21, that's going to be a short-term bull trend. Okay, it is going to be a bull trend for the bulls, and 50% to a 0.618 going to be right here, 74 to 84 sats. okay, which is going to be a nice pump, 91 to 120%. But we got to get above the 3D 21. I like everything in this range. I like everything in this range. Even if we get this move, right, I still like it. So support range, you know, 38 down to 33. It is going to be support while we're trying to get our MACD to flip positive right here. That's the only downside, okay? Flipping positive, right? That's the only thing we need to do. And if we want to take a look at it from a swing low to swing high perspective, right there, yep, from where the bull market started, April, right, retrace all the way down to 0.786. okay, that's 0.786 support. 0.888 going to be somewhere around here, almost at 20 sats. Let's not guess, let's just add it. Okay, so it is going to be at 20 to 22 sats, right? If we do not break out right now and just having to retest 0.888, it is still going to be a bull divergence, right? If the dump is quick, okay, if the dump is quick, you can still get this wedge pattern instead of a flat support. Do you see what I'm saying? Right now we got a flat support, right? However, if markets want to dump, you could get what? A wedge pattern just like that, right? Something like that. So something to keep in mind, right? Just in case we do something like that and still get this big move to the upside. So, but it looks good overall, right? It looks good. It looks really, really good. YB. Let's take a look at YB. Take a look at it on CoinMarketCap. Yeah, YB looks really, really good, man. It looks good, man. It looks really good. We got our June 2019. Yeah, June 2019 right here for YB. Like almost at 4,000 sats. Right. So the problem with YB is like the wait time. Like how long we're gonna be staying in this range. Okay, that's the wait time, okay, before going ballistic, right? So got a descending resistance right there, and you got a descending support right there. Okay, so mid-range right here, that's your mid-range. You're at mid-range, okay, when you take a look at the two parallel lines, right? Not in terms of price. So I think it is a support. Yes, it can dump all the way down to 250. Right now we are at 230. 250, it is going to be the yearly low right here. So I think it is going to be extreme to retest the support right here, okay, the trend line support. So I would say like a 200 sats to 400 sats, it is still under accumulation, because you're looking at like a 4,000 sats, right? So which is nearly 20x move. Yeah, medium term resistance all the way up to a 1,400 sats right here. Is August 2020. Okay, we talk about a ontology, right? Not retesting August 2020. Guess what? YB already got the job done, right? August 2020, pump 10x this year versus BTC. All right, so you might be slipping on the YB, right? It is like number 1,000 whatever, right? you be like, man, this sucker gonna dump. It pumped 10x versus BTC this year alone, right? From January to March. In 90 days, it got the job done, and now it is under reaccumulation again, right? So you just have to be very patient sometime with ontology and the rest of the crypto. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Uni. So Uni BTC is kind of a little bit bearish, guys. I just don't like the head and shoulder pattern formation. Now we have support versus BTC. We got a clean, guys. We can ignore it, right? Even though I'm bullish on Uni, right? I can't ignore the potential breakdown, okay? But if we do, we could react. Okay, we could react, meaning like if we hit like a 35,000 sats, that's going to be a buy range, okay? And after that, if we do not find a good support from the bulls, we could reaccumulate again at 28,500 sats. All right. So, however, if we break out above 70,000 sats right there, we could be looking for continuation to the upside, okay, versus BTC. Okay, but we can't ignore the double top, double bottom right here. Meaning like we got a double top, double bottom, but we got head and shoulder right here. Okay. So Uni USD. So Uni USD could basically save Uni BTC, but I think like Uni BTC should be saving Uni USD. So what I was saying earlier is like the pattern right here for Uni, right? It could be done once we retest like a $16-17. It could be done, and it means like a Uni BTC might not break out below the the current support, right? So gotta keep an eye on it. It is going to be critical once we hit like a $16-17. Gotta watch, gotta watch it cautiously, right? We still got support all the way down to $13, right? Just like a link, right? It's like link. It's like link, right? Just like link, okay? $16 to $17. They got similar structure. As you can see, we got our double top, double bottom. So we're just looking for this move. It can still retest the lows, but mid-range, that's where you want to bet on, okay? Bet on the mid-range, just in case it doesn't retest the lows. If it breaks the lows, you're gonna get wrecked, okay? All the way down to $8. Next support, which is going to be bad, but who doesn't want to buy Link at $8? Let me know if you don't want to buy Link at $8, man. Let me know if you do not want to buy Link at $8. Yeah, yes, you want to, right? You want to. I know. All right, guys. It's already 1 hour and a half of live streaming. So I always try to make a 45 minutes to a 30 minutes live stream, but these suckers, man, when you start talking, you just gotta go into details, right? So be safe out there. Hit the likes, right? Subscribe to the channel. Join my public Telegram group, link in the description, and all that good stuff. The Discord, the Discord public group, also the link for the Discord public group in the description, and all that good stuff. So be safe, right? Be macro bullish. Be macro bullish. Most of you guys are not, short-term traders, not day traders, and all that good stuff. So be macro bullish, at least mid-term bullish, okay? 3-month stuff like that, right? If you're short-term trading, you're gonna be active, right, and all that good stuff. But don't be overly bearish. Okay, don't be overly bearish. We got a long way to go, guys. We got a long way to go. The crypto total market cap is only 2 trillion, guys. and we're gonna get over 7-10 trillion, okay, in the next like a few years or even a few months, right? So you don't want to miss out, because once they pump to 7 trillion, you know, you're not going to see these prices again, right? Maybe like after they dump down, like you know, to make another bottom formation, they're going to retrace down to these lows in the next like 2 or 3 years, stuff like that. So we do not want to miss out on the next like you don't want to miss out on the next crypto pump, right? So keep that in mind, right? All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching.